All right, welcome in to Back Home Ball, doing a Bucks post game party. Jared alongside Jamie here, and listen, we got some things to talk about tonight. Bucks 120 to 110 dub at home over the Warriors. And listen, man, I'm starting to get my hopes up for this Bucks team. We didn't really know what to expect coming into the season. Tonight, no Giannis, and that supporting cast looks like they could just be a team on their own. And then you add Giannis back in. Woo, there's a lot to talk about here. And I liked what I saw a lot. We'll get into all of the specifics, but just I mean the vibes are high right now, I think, for this Milwaukee Bucks team.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, Jared. It's crazy. I wholeheartedly now believe what Barley Porter said. Like they have a deep bench. It's just a deep roster. I was impressed with all of the collective, pieces kind of coming together. Rollins playing out of his mind just this season. I was blown away. What an amazing pickup for the Bucks this year.
Yeah,
Crazy. I saw some great things. I think he's certainly in line to be maybe the guard for them, the point guard for this Bucks team, to kind of step into
that's what I
that
was gonna
role.
say. Like, do you think is this sustainable? Because like, if this is who Ryan Rollins is, holy crap, holy man, like hold the
I sure
phone,
hope so.
like we had. I mean, no, I don't think anybody believed in this backcourt coming into the season, and then you got Ryan Rollins just going toe to toe with Steph Curry. Okay, like answering him, just taking gutsy shots down the stretch, and it's like, oof. I like the mid range game too, which has been, I think, at times over the past several years, like a big concern for the Bucks. Like just playing inside the arc, like at times it feels like it's just Giannis just forcing his way in, or they're just doing kickouts and taking kind of lazy threes without a whole lot of ball movement or movement into the paint. Like, but I mean, Ryan Rollins and Cole Anthony too have both shown like ability to be slashers in there from the backcourt, and that is huge. I mean, that opens it up for the bigs down low. And Ryan Rollins, man, 32 points. Um, man, I mean, if you get this activity from the guards and like AJ Green taking big shots, Gary Trent looking confident, um, like they can keep up with that Warriors team with Jimmy Butler, obviously always good. Steph Curry was looking like he was going to heat up down the stretch, and Jonathan Kuminga was having the game of his life until like the fourth quarter. They could not stop him down low, low post, like on the baseline, and I'm just like that answer. Let me dog in quick.
No, no, absolutely, Jared. I think that's something that we can't really help. I mean, the Warriors have those offensive presences, especially in Curry, Butler, Kuminga going off for 24 points. I mean, that's not, certainly we could see that, but I think that can be a cause of concern, right? Like maybe right, Kuminga might have a hot night, but one of the things that may be concerning is what is that backcourt doing, right? Like Miles Turner stopped Quentin Post, right? 0 points, nothing. Like like he did a great job, like being the center and a defensive presence, but like Kaminga going off for 24, Kuzma doing great the last couple of games. I was kind of like you can't really know whether or not this is just a one-off game where it's like, yep, Kaminga just had the hot hand and was just playing out of his mind, or was Kuzma actually doing enough from the defensive perspective to actually stop him? I don't necessarily know. That's something that has me slightly concerned about the Kuzma thing. But I
Yeah,
mean, again, like Kuzma's playing really well the last couple of games, especially against the Knicks. Um, it's just kind of a wait and see kind of thing for me this season.
Yeah, Kuzma concerns me at times. I just like I think everybody kind of knows the Kyle Kuzma thing. Like he sometimes makes really poor decisions, especially when he's like feeling himself. And we saw in the Knicks game like a couple times where he shut Cat down and he felt really good about it. So he tried some weird things on offense and just turned the ball over. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Defensively, I think you have some questions because there wasn't necessarily a whole lot to praise on that end. It's not like they were terrible, but I mean, they just shot the ball really well. And I think, past few games, like they've shown that that's sustainable. Like, I think they're going to hang out around that 40% 3 point percentage this year. And if they can do that, that's great. But I think you want to see a little bit better interior defense, kind of like you saw in the Knicks game. However, even in that Knicks game, like Jalen Brunson was getting, you know, penetration all night. So like it's just you have to probably tighten that up, like as far as backcourt dribble drive penetration goes. But I mean, overall, like they did what they needed to do. So I'll live with it.
The only other concerning part that I have from a perspective of the Bucks is rebounding this game.
Mm,
Like
yeah,
to be honest, right? Like even with Giannis out, like you still have Miles Turner like grabbing those boards, did a great job. But like, who else do you have grabbing boards? I mean, we got absolutely destroyed in regards
that's
to like rebounds.
that's the other
Like,
thing with Kuzma. Bro doesn't rebound. Like, where are you? Get in there. Like, be
yeah,
scrappy. I see him peeling off on the baseline, and not boxing out and all this stuff. And I guess I don't know how many times I've actively saw that, but there was like the one time I think in the Raptors game where it was like, get in there.
well, well, but surprisingly, I mean, just looking at the box score, I mean, he had the most rebounds in the
Oh,
game
he did
for the
tonight.
Bucks.
Oh,
He did,
I was
yeah,
getting
he did.
corrected.
But, Miles Turner, Kuzma, but my thing, looking at the stat line, just looking at it, right? Like we had 34 total rebounds for the Bucks. The Warriors out rebounded us to 45, like ten of those
Yeah,
being offensive rebounds, which is like
that's crazy. I feel like I didn't see.
crazy. Kaminga being a crazy guy off the glass, but
Yeah.
like
Well, that's the thing is he was
Kuzma
very
needs
active.
to certainly box out a lot better, be a lot more proficient
Yeah.
from that perspective to stop Kaminga just grabbing those boards. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing. Just
I think
boxing
there's
out
there's like
himself.
pivotal rebounds where you're like, I think he could have tried a little bit more. That's crazy though. I really don't remember a Kyle Kuzma rebound. And so it's like that's crazy to me because I'm sitting there watching and I'm like, man, what uh I'm watching the stat line and it's like at one point it was like I don't know what the final let me see what the final line was for rebounds. It was uh they outboarded them. So Warriors had 45 and the Bucks had 34 total rebounds. Um, but I think it was the differential. I think at one point it was like 12 or 13. And yeah, that's surprising to see, especially. I mean, we don't have Giannis tonight, but like a double big lineup, like you want that rebounding to be your strength. And then also the thing I was going to bring up is I think Steph Curry missed one free throw tonight, and that was the only free throw the Warriors missed, and that has been that was the one thing I can say about the Damian Lillard era is like, oh, at least we had somebody that could make free throws. and and I don't this isn't obviously is a good shooting team, but free throws tonight, 9 of 13, like you're not getting to the stripe that much, but like
You got to hit those.
just you got to hit those, especially if the other team is hitting all of them. Like they're getting
Absolutely. Now, bear in mind, like, the rule change, this year with, how defenders get in contact with the shooter certainly
yeah
probably helps Stephen Curry and certain other players in the league be able to go to the free throw line to hit those big shots, right?
Yeah,
Like Shea's a huge proponent in like making contact with the with his defender
yeah,
whenever he's in the shooting motion. So
they're
certainly,
gonna
I
get
think
theirs. Yeah,
they're going to get theirs. And so whenever the Bucks play a team that has those kinds of shooters where they get really close in contact with the defender, you're going to have these high free throw stat lines from the Warriors or the Thunder, or even any other team that has those kinds of players. So certainly, Bucks need to certainly watch out for that, and I think that certainly being a little bit more flexible and a little bit more on guard with how they foul and how they actually defend.
yeah, and that's the thing too. Is I mean, the Bucks just obviously the Warriors are a team like you said are going to take advantage of the rule change, and either way, like even beforehand, like they're going to get to the free throw line a lot. The Bucks just not built as much for that this year, and so you got to hit the ones that you do get, especially like the and one opportunities. Like please hit those. Um, but yeah, I think overall, like I loved I saw a lot more between the last game and this game. I've seen a lot more mid-range play from the Bucks, which I like. I like not just relying on the two levels of like low post and just kick outs. I've seen a lot more ball movement. Um, and overall, it's, I mean, this, again, like I just have to stress no Giannis. Holy man. And I still have some questions about some of the rotations. I think one point there was like a Coffee, Prince, Cole Anthony, uh, Gary Harris, I think, and someone else out there. And I was like a little bit scared, but that ended up being one of their hotter stretches. I think that also might have been the lineup. I don't totally remember that gave up like a big run kind of halfway through the second quarter as well. But like some of the lineups scare me a little bit at times. I think it's a deep team, but it's like um, there were a lot of AJ Green minutes at first in that game, which I'm a AJ Green fan, but like Miles Turner was out for a while, and you keep an AJ Green in there, who decent defender, like well, pretty good actually. But they're when the Warriors are starting to really slash down low with their backcourt, especially too, it's like let's get Miles Turner back in there, maybe like shorter spurts and try to cool that down a little bit. But overall, it's like besides some of those rotational questions, this is a deep team, and if they can do this without Giannis, whoo, I don't know. Where do you have this Bucks team like in the Eastern Conference now? Like,
I mean,
I
currently,
know it's
what I
early,
think they're
but
right. I think currently they're fourth in the East, which is phenomenal. I think they're a game or a half game behind the undefeated teams in the Bulls, and I don't know who the other team is that's undefeated in the East, but certainly I see them up there now. I mean, again, it's kind of too early to call, and certainly things get a lot more serious as we get closer to the All-Star break and then past that. But as things are kind of progressing, I'm like seeing them certainly in the upper half of the top eight, you know.
yeah,
I'd see them certainly falling in four or even three. If they keep this up, I could see them being that top four, top three team in the East.
yeah,
But that's all based on, how well they handle their health, right? Not being injury related or in regards to being consistent, right? Consistency is going to be key for the Bucks, and I hope that this is one of those um, times that just kind of shows a glimpse into what we can see for the rest of the season.
yeah. I mean, I'm I'm flying kind of high right now, and I get we're 5 games in, but I just think what we've seen, like even the rotation minutes without Giannis in the lineup, and this whole game without Giannis in the lineup, like the shooting feels sustainable because I think they're playing multi-level basketball now where offensively, like I like the ball movement that I saw in the Knicks game, not as much in the Raptors game. I didn't see the Cavs game, but like the shooting feels sustainable mid-range and 3-point wise, which not that they've ever been a horrible 3-point shooting team, but that just it hasn't felt like this for several years. And so I'm just like I I have all new expectations for this year. Like I think 5 games in, it's like at this pace, I think they're going to make it past the first round. That's all I'm going to say right now. But I think they're primed for maybe actually making it past the first round this year. Um, and I'm not gonna say what I really feel right now because I know it's just euphoria from that game. But um, Eastern Conference Finals in play. I don't know. No, but I don't know. Like I don't. I have to kind of brush up a little bit more on what the Sixers have been doing because they're the other undefeated team and the Bulls. But I don't. I don't know. Like I have to look at the schedule there. The Bucks have a high strength of schedule to start, and they're answering the call, and they just this feels and it looks like a sustainable brand of basketball that is way better than I expected it to be.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, and I'm super excited for the Bucks this season. Um, Certainly hoping that they prove me wrong with putting them so low on our top 10 list. I'm really trying to be optimistic here and seeing them progress and be better. Certainly, again, a younger Bucks team. I can't wait to see what they have for the next, this whole season. These next few games is going to be pretty crazy. So I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. So for the Bucks coming up, uh, on that note, they are going to have the Kings, the Pacers, Raptors, and start NBA Cup play with the
Mm.
Bulls. Um, yeah, I mean, honestly, wouldn't be surprised. We got the Pacers coming up. Yeah. I mean, they always play them tough. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking, you know, 7-1, 8-1 here. And I don't know. I won't get ahead of myself, but uh feeling a lot better than I thought I would at this point in the season. If you would have asked preseason me. And I don't know, man. Ryan Rollins, he might be Himothy. And if that's the case, look out.
Yeah, I'm actually really interested in seeing how we play against the Pacers. With Halliburton out for the rest of the season due to his injury, which is too bad, right? They actually have a what's his name, Mathurin, who's been playing really, really well. I think if I remember looking at the OKC game when they played, he dropped like 35 or 36, which I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah,
I definitely need to look
first
more
I've heard
into
of
who the
him.
heck this is, but he's as young, I think, as Rollins. So I'm I'm curious to see how that plays out for the Pacers. So, but the
Yeah,
Pacers
probably.
currently are 0-4. So, but they've been making all these games really close, and the games that they have been playing, I mean, they've been playing really, really strong teams.
Yeah,
If I remember
I swing
correctly.
the schedule as well for them. I obviously like sincerely prayers up for Tyrese. Like nobody wants that. But with that being said, we better run these guys into the ground. No excuses. I want these Pacers destroyed. So,
Get them
uh,
out of here.
yeah, just run them out of town. But all right, well, yeah, we'll check back in. Let's see. We got next game will be against the Kings, and so we'll do another post game party. After that, hopefully it's as happy as this one. We better not lose to the Kings after this win. I want to keep this momentum going. But yeah, so I'll do that on Saturday, and we'll kind of check back in. We'll have to do a power rankings again soon here, and yeah, thanks everyone for watching. And fear the deer, baby, fear the
Fear
deer.
the deer. Let's go.